Good morning, Carson Cougs. Today I am here to talk to you about the high impact learning experience. The high impact learning experience is one of those things that really takes what you're learning in the classroom, so your technical knowledge, and then it combines it with your soft skills or your career competencies. And it really gives you that experiential learning opportunity to really hone your skills, to learn new skills, to even make the ones that you already have even a little bit better. And so one of the things that you want to know is, well, what are the options for a high impact learning experience? And so what I've done today is I'm going to go over with you how to do that. And so if you go to business.wsu.edu, that's right here at the top of the screen, and then you go down to the Carson Center for Student Success, which is where the Amplifier program lives. And then you go to the Career Amplifier Program website. And so the great thing about this website, first of all, we're always improving it. So if it doesn't look exactly like this, it's because we've probably done some sort of improvement to it. Now let's talk about where to find the information specific to the high impact learning experience. Since the high impact learning experience is in tier 4, that's where you're going to find the links to the information. And so here in the tier 4, so this is where you are transitioning from a college student into a professional, you look at this distinction badge. It's part of the career and self-development. And it's basically you're learning how to distinct yourself from others. And so you're going to complete one high impact learning experience. Now, are you limited to only one? Absolutely not, but you have to at least do one. And so if you can see, this is linked. And so if you click into it, this takes you to the high impact learning experience explained page. And so there's a ton of information, and I kind of want to show you how it's organized. And so at the beginning here, we talk about, okay, well, what is this? Why am I doing it? And then you'll see that there's buttons to the CCB internship learning agreement, which is only necessary if you're doing an internship. And then you have the Form E, which is the high impact learning experience report, which is what you would submit to Suitable after you've done the high impact learning experience. So let's take a look at all the different ways that you could do this. And remember, we can make anything work within the constraints that you might have. So for example, if you were on the global campus, we can absolutely create a project for you outside, because we know you're probably working full-time already. You may have kids at home. You're stacked with responsibilities. So we can get creative to find out, okay, well, what can we still do that's a high impact learning experience, but is really tailored to what you're interested in and what you're trying to accomplish with your degree. So the first option obviously is going to be an internship. So this is, you're going to go out, you're going to procure your own internship, you're going to have the offer letter, and then you're going to fill out this CCB internship learning agreement. Let's click into that very quickly. And basically what this is it's purely a device to use to talk to your supervisor so that you know what their expectations of you are, and that they understand what you're trying to get out of the internship. So it just really is a model that will help you start to communicate that with your new supervisor. You can also go on study abroad, and you would just go on study abroad, and then you would fill out the Form E right here. And basically that's all you have to do. There's no additional things that you would need to do. Now for anything that says project, so this is a really good example of, let's say that this often is really interesting for honors students. Sometimes they're going to have to do a thesis and they're really passionate about something. So maybe what we do is incorporate what they're learning in the business college into their research for their thesis. And so this is something that, we want to know, okay, well, what do you have in mind? And does it really show you, that you are correlating it with your degree and your goals? And so what you would then do is fill out this high impact learning experience proposal form. And basically that is purely to say, hey, this is my idea. Will it fit and will it work for this high impact learning experience? So let's open that really quick. It's very generic because we want it to really be pretty open. Most of the Amplifier program has been developed so that you can really personalize it to your intentions and your interests. And so here you can see there's lots of information, but right here, there is a drop-down menu. And so if you wanted to do a research project, a workplace project, independent project, student club or organizational project, or a community service project, this is a form that you would use to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, will it work? And so then you would simply go through and describe everything that you want to do. And then I would read, you'd submit it and it would get, so you would submit it right here into the CCB amplifier at wsu.edu. And then I would basically go through it and approve it or work with you to kind of tweak it to make sure that it would work for you. Other things that you can do is, like I said, it depends on what campus, but you have Boeing Scholars, you could do Frank Scholars, and then we have a new Corporate Scholars program. And so that's something definitely to be looking into. And then we have the Workplace Special Project that we talked about. So this is maybe you're at work and maybe there's a project that you could do while you're at work that would help the company and help you have that high impact learning experience. And again, you would need to fill out that proposal form. Independent special projects are one of those things that you can really kind of decide. So for an example, if let's say that you're going to college because or getting your degree because you really wanted to maybe start a new company or you wanted to have that base knowledge, well, maybe what you do is create a business plan or you assist in creating a business plan. Or so there's a lot of different types of options that you can do that are independent, and that would be purely having to do with you. For student club or organization projects, it's the same concept. It's just that maybe you have a student club that maybe you're in the SHRM club and you're putting on an entire event and it's going to meet a lot of the high impact learning experience requirements. And so, yeah, absolutely, that's going to work. Maybe it's an organization. So maybe you are in Rotary, and you are in charge of doing a project there and you want it to count. So there's a lot of different types of options. Don't let the names here stop you. If you have any questions, you want to send us an email and we can walk you through this process and to really make sure that this is an experience that you can then translate and convert into those talking points for your interviews in the future. Community service projects. So an example of this might be that you are passionate about the Humane Society and you want to come in and you are an accounting major and you want to come in and you want to help them in an accounting type project. So that could definitely be something that you're doing. So we also have classes that kind of have things that are incorporated. So we have the Carson Business Solutions, that can count. As well as on Vancouver, you have the Business Growth Mentor and Analysis Program, or the MAP program. And so these, you wouldn't have to do anything but complete it and then turn in that Form E, I believe. Let's take a look. Yep, Form E. So then if we take a look at, there's also all these competitions that are available. Now I will say most of them are on Pullman campus, but we do have some competitions on other campuses. So those would also count. And so you want to make sure that you're kind of looking into these, what's interesting to you, how is that going to work for you? And so again, you'll see that there is no spot here where you have to do a pre-approval form like you would see up here. And so you would basically just go through and then fill out, guess what? Form E. And then, so where do you do that? Well, you're going to see all of these options within the suitable program. And so you could just upload it right there. All right, so what are your resources? I want to make sure that we go back to this page. remember that if you don't see the forms right away, all of your amplifier forms are right here. And then that there is going to, this amplifier help video will be here for you. And then you'll see that you can book an appointment, whether that be in person. So if you're a Pullman student or here on campus, you can do it in person, or over here, you can meet with us virtually. And so the non-Pullman students would obviously probably want virtual. Now you can also go ahead and click here for an email, and then we can even discuss it. And if you kind of feel like I have no idea what to do, set up an appointment with us and we'd be happy to help you figure something out. All right, so with that, this is the high impact learning experience, and we're so excited. This is really the opportunity that's going to set you apart from other applicants or other professionals in your industry. And so good luck, and let us know if you need any help. Go Cougs.